Hi, welcome to Lincoln Student Unions as you talk.
Hi everyone. So we're going to take you through what the SU does and what you can get involved in now that you're with us. So what is an SU? First and foremost, we are your students' union is basically here to represent you on all things that you want to be represented on, essentially. So we're entirely independent from the university, but you will be members of the SU when you join the university. So we are led by elected officers. So myself and Amina are two of your 5 elected officers, which you can see on the screen at the moment. We have Lucy, your Vice President Wellbeing and Community. Amina, who you can see now, she's your Vice President International. Georgia is our Vice President Education, and she's also our lead officer this year. So we don't have a president, but we do have a lead officer to keep us all in check. And then Abby is our Vice President Activities. And then myself, I am Bailey, Vice President Campaigns and Environment. So essentially, we are just here to make sure your experience in Lincoln is the best that it can be, whether that's through like sorting things out for your course, or whether that's joining a sports society or getting involved in International Students Association or Campaigns Network, literally everything. We're just here for students. So yeah, we're just here to listen to you and take action as well. So we are independent from the union, which means that you guys can give us lots and lots of feedback, and we can take that forward independently from the university, so non-biased, and make the change that you want to make.
At the Lincoln Students Union, we have various types of representation that we support students with. So starting from academic representation, where we have course reps in various colleges and schools, and college officers as well, to be able to get feedback from your studies and send them to Georgia, who is your Vice President Education, because she sits in various committees at the university and is able to share your feedback and help you have good and better experience during your time of studies. We have the campaign network, which Bailey sits on and is a chair as well. Bailey is there to help you to become activists and then and create positive change within the university. Bailey, I guess we have various officers like the BAME officer, disability officer, and LGBT officer, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then we have the Wellbeing Network, which is a new established network, which is run by Lucy. We have the International Students Association, which is run by myself. And all international students are automatically enrolled into ISA, but then it's not just for international students. Home students are equally encouraged to become members of this association to help bridge the integration gap. We have the Postgraduate Students Association, which is fairly new, and we are hoping that lots of PG students would become members of this association this year, so we can get more feedback from you in making sure you have better representation in your courses, and then generally overall representation for students to ensure that like your time is well spent within the university.
So we have the Advice Centre as well, which is located in the Students' Union building. There you can get free and independent and impartial advice. So because we're independent from the university, we can offer all those things. So you can come see us or get a telephone appointment or drop an email as well. The email address is advice@lincolnsu.com, which is probably the easiest way to get in contact with the Advice Centre. But yeah, you can go there for academic advice. So if you have any worries about any exams you might be taking or any deadlines that you've got, literally anything that they could give you any sort of help and advice with, the Advice Centre is where to go. And there's finance advice as well. So if you're struggling with things like budgeting or how much money you've got coming in compared to how much money you've got going out, or yeah, that kind of stuff. They're there for that as well. Housing advice, that's really, really crucial. So if you want someone to just look over your housing contract that you're about to sign, or just look through your tenancy agreement with you, just to make sure that you understand it before you sign your life away, then you can get that there. And then you've got welfare advice as well. So literally anything that you are struggling with, that you need a bit of advice on, advice@lincolnsu.com, or pop in and see.
We have various sports and societies, as well as academic societies within the university. As you can see, we have 150 sports and societies for you to choose from. If you happen to have a society in mind which we do not currently have, you can set one up. How interesting! I mean, you'll be really excited to know Bailey set up a society during her time as a student, and there's so much to learn from her. I'm sure she would like to give us some tips on how to do that along the line. And we will be having like social sports events like the Feel Good program this year, just to make sure if you're a student who is unable to take part in a certain type of sports and activities, the Feel Good program will be there for you to enable you engage and meet other students who also want the same type of activity.
So all the sports and societies that we have, there are also other opportunities. So if you started your Duke of Edinburgh Gold Award at your sixth form or your college, you can actually finish that here. And we're one of the few unions that actually do that. So if you did start it and you're close to finishing and you don't want to give up, then you can get involved with that here. We have lots of volunteering as well, so within the local community, on campus and online. Obviously, COVID at the moment is not great, so we've come up with loads of like online volunteering that you can do as well, so that you don't actually have to physically meet people, but hopefully there will still be some actual physical opportunities as well. Work experience, so we do offer work experience here, so just let us know if you want to get involved in that. We also have student staff, so all the staff, most of the staff which you meet in the Swan or Towers, they are all student staff, so you can get employed here, which is cool. One of our VP, so Lucy, she was student staff here and she absolutely loved it when she was a student, so it's definitely a really great job to get involved in. There's also the pen pal scheme which Amina has set up, which is really, really exciting. It pairs incoming international students with home students, so that you can just make friends and sort of give advice to that international student of what the UK is like, what Lincoln is like, or what university life is like. With all the student leaders, so all 5 of us VPs have a pen pal, which is really cool. I spoke to mine last week, and I know that's been probably the highlight of my year so far. And then skills log as well. So everything you get involved with at the Students' Union, so whether that's on a committee for a sport team, or being part of the campaigns network, or having a pen pal, literally anything that you do with Students' Union, you can pop it into the skills log, which can be found on our website, and it will like sort of tally up everything that you've done and what skills that's given you. So it takes all the brain work out of it, so that at the end of uni, or whenever you want to write your CV, you can have a summary. You can go on there and click, and you can see a summary of like all the skills that you've gained and where you've gained that from and how many hours you've put into it. So it's a really, really good tool to use whilst you're here. So keep updating it and don't forget about it.
We have various venues that we run. We have the Indian Shed, which in the past used to have one of our biggest night events, the Popular Quack, but this year is serving a different purpose. We did have our first big quiz in there, which was really, really good. Hopefully, when you're on campus, you can use that space to sometimes do some of your schoolwork and then just chill out and order from our towers, which you can see the student orders right beside the Indian Shed. It's basically an app that allows you to make orders within 3 miles when you are in the university or in your student accommodation. And the beauty of it is when you are in engine shed doing some time of your study work, you can just order food or drinks, and this will be delivered to you at your table. We have the Swan, which can be located beside the Minerva building when you're on campus, and we have the Badge, and obviously we have the Towers, which is the sports bar. Really nice place. I know Bailey likes mozzarella sticks anytime she's in there. I did try mozzarella sticks last week, or is it last 2 weeks? And yeah, it's really good, I must say.
So that is presentation. We're going to have a little Q&A session now, and we're also going to invite Holly in to help us answer some of those questions. She's a school rep who sits underneath Georgia, the Vice President Education, so she's going to help us answer some of those questions. But if you guys want to follow us on any of our social medias, then please do. They're on the screen at the moment. Just get in contact with us in any way that you can see on the screen, or just get all our information at lincolnsu.com. Let's open up the questions. Hopefully I can stop sharing my screen. Yeah. Cool. So we have a question. Is there a specific date you have to join societies by? No, there isn't a specific date. So you can join a society anytime. You can join them now, or you can wait a couple of weeks till a week until you're on campus. You can join them at any time. You can find a sort of an A to Z list of all the sports and societies that we have on the website as well. So please do browse. And coming up this week, we also have the sports fair and societies fair, where you'll be able to message live chat with sports and societies. So you can find out all the information from individual societies then. And another question we've got is, what's the situation with contact sports like football or rugby? Well, I don't know if anybody knows this answer, if I'm honest, but I know that Abby, Vice President Activities, she has all the most up-to-date info. I think we're just making sure that it adheres to government guidelines, etc. But what can happen, and we will hopefully make happen for you guys, like if you're allowed to do it by your governing body, then we will try and make that work for you on campus, because it's such a crucial part of anyone coming to university, the sports and societies involvement that they get. So we will 100% try and make it work to the best of our abilities. But if you want more information on that, because I'm probably not the best person to ask, email activities@lincolnsu.com, which will take you straight through to Abby, who is the queen of all things sports and societies. Do that. So if anybody else has any more questions, please just comment them on whatever platform that you are on. So someone's asked, Amina or Holly, is there a way to order stuff without having the student orders app, because she can't download it? Have you guys downloaded the app? Holly, have you?
I have downloaded the app, already.
Cool. Have you used it yet?
I haven't, no. I am very excited to use it though.
I think I've used it quite a few too many times.
I've used it as well, but I'm just wondering what issues the person is having. Maybe it has to do with her store. So she probably, I don't know if she's international, but if she is, then she'll probably have to change her store from her country to the UK, because sometimes that happens. When I came, I had issues downloading certain apps. Then I realized it had to do with my store. So then I had to change my store to that of the UK.
That makes sense.
But if you have any more issues, you can just send us an email and let's see how to help you get the app so you can order using student orders.
Because if without student orders app, you can't order the food, because that is like the main way that we do it. So if you could get it downloaded, that'd be great. If you can't get it downloaded, just get in contact with us, because then we can like get to the root of the problem and sort it out for you, because it's pretty crucial if you want those mozzarella sticks. Question, Holly, do you want to answer this one? Where's the best Chinese takeaway nearby?
Ooh. There are a lot down there, High Street. I don't know the names, but there are a lot, and they're all very good. Just get as many things as you can and just have a big buffet is what I suggest.
I'm trying to go on my Just Eat app to see what the name of the one
Okay.
I always go to.
Yeah, I know the first time I came here, I ate from Bamboo, but I've tried Lidal or is it legal or something? I'm not sure what the name is. And then when Holly mentioned buffet, then I was like, okay, I did that too as well. And that was with you. I was like, what? Can you eat all of this for this amount of money? Big fan for the buffets. I mean, you just sit there and eat and keep eating.
According to my Just Eat app, I have a clear favourite Chinese, which is the Great Wall. And I pretty much always spend exactly like £18, most likely just on myself. But yeah, that is what I would recommend. The Great Wall, glorious Chinese. But yeah, lots about, so sample. Okay, we've got some more questions. What is needed for societies in regards to paying for membership or paying for classes? Do you need both? So it depends on society. I say usually you just pay for your membership and then everything would be included in that. Would you say that's the same, Holly?
Yeah, I'm in the Ultimate Frisbee Sport, and we have a membership, like different kinds of membership, and it includes like taking part, insurance, everything. So just get the membership and then you'll be fine.
Cool. Another question. Which gym do most people use, Pure Gym or the university gym? I'm a Pure Gym gal, and I know Amina is as well. I don't know, Holly, do you go to the gym?
I haven't, but I'm looking at joining the university one this year.
I used to go to the uni one and I did like it, but then I moved and Pure Gym was closer. But either, to be honest. Amina, do you have I know you're a Pure Gym gal, but do you have a preference?
I think there are other gyms as well. So basically, the student will just have to like go in because it's up to you what you're actually looking for. Because Pure Gym is closer to me, so it's quite convenient for me to go to Pure Gym, and then I'm happy going to Pure Gym. So I think there are other local gyms within the community. I don't recall some of the names, but there are about two or three more. So you just have to like go through and then see, especially sometimes the deals that they offer students as well could be what would let you sign up for a particular gym. So yeah, lots of choices.
Yeah, I know there's Better Gym as well, and Lincoln College Dean's Sports Centre. They have a like really good gym. So yeah, just look around. Student prices at the Dean's one are like ridiculously cheap, and it's a great gym. So maybe look there if you're interested as well. Totally biased. What other questions have we got? So are the deadlines for booking Freshers Week events? Are there deadlines for booking Freshers Week events, or could we book the day before? I'm pretty sure that you can book it at any time, but they are really they're going fast. So I would advise that you booked it sooner rather than later. But just yeah, if it's still there, I think you are still able to book it the day before, I think. Where would we get Lincoln clothing from? Does anyone want to answer that?
You can go to the sports centre, and there's a lot of merch there that you can get at different prices, like hoodies, t-shirts, hats, backpacks, everything.
Yeah, I think to get into the sports centre, you almost wade through enormous amounts of merch, and there is so much in so many different colours.
Yeah.
You will be satisfied. There's I don't know if your what your colour preferences are, this particular student, but there is a baby pink colour hoodie that I've had my eye on for years, and I've like never bought it. But it's just beautiful. So many colours. There's a really nice grey as well. What have we got going on in the comments? Is there a certain day that new students will get the ID cards, or can we get into the Swan and Towers without them at the moment? And are the curly fries as good as people say? Yes, the curly fries are as good as people say. Yes, they are. And Holly is nodding.
Yeah, definitely.
They are
curly fries.
glorious. There's also, okay, I don't know how you feel about sweet potato, but they're so good. Right, there's like, I think they're called sweet potato waffle fries.
Oh, yes. Yeah,
And then
like
little,
yeah.
like, I don't really know, gritty things, little waffle fries essentially. It's quite self-explanatory. I don't know why I tried to explain that, but they're so good, like so good as well. All chip variations are excellent at our student union venues. So that new students will get their ID cards. I think it is just when you come. I'm not sure if you get it when you move into your accommodation. I'm not sure if they're doing it like that, or whether you have to go and enroll and get it. But yeah, it's when you come.
Yeah, I think this year, whichever way they will be receiving it, it will be communicated to them. So yeah, just look out for your emails from your colleges and schools and student support. Every information that you need will definitely be there.
Yeah, I think I spoke to them last week, and they said they should be sending out comms about that this week. You can get. Oh no, you might be able to get into the Swan and Towers. I think you just have to say your student number instead of scanning it. So if you just let us know what your student ID is, then I'm pretty sure you can come in. Can't get my words out.
There is a question from Nick Grace about the Duke of Edinburgh Award.
Yeah, so if you email us, they can point you in the right direction, because I think if you email help@lincolnsu.com that question, they'll be able to point you to which, because I'm not sure exactly which email it is, but they are brilliant at signposting. So if you just email that question, then yeah, I'm sure that yeah, you can find that out, but you can definitely do it here, which is great. What else have we got? I'm trying to monitor different platforms of questions. Would I be able to book a private study space anywhere where I can attend my online lectures, because the library does not currently offer them? I don't think you can book a private study space. There are spaces where you can go and study, like we're going to have the engine shed open for that, and there's various points around the university in some buildings, and we've got the library as well. But I don't think you can book private spaces at the moment, just because of COVID and keeping them like clean and stuff. So I think, yeah, I think that's the answer to that. So we've got a question saying, is there a mature student society? And if not, what is the process to start a new society? Does anybody know the answer to that?
I'm not sure we have a mature student society, except for like the postgraduate association that we are currently running. So, and then it looks like most postgraduate students tend to be matured, if I'm correct or wrong. But I mean, maybe Bailey, you would like to share your experience of how you set up your society if the students would want to follow the same steps.
Yeah, Googled it quickly. I won't lie. Not Googled it. Went on our website to see if we have one, and I think we do have one, or we did have one. So you can just set one up really, really easily. So I did it in my second year. Basically, all you need to do is email activities@lincolnsu.com, and they will give you some forms to fill out, and they're really, really easy. It's just like what the society does, why it's there, how much you want to charge for membership, just like admin logistics stuff. And then you'll need to get so you need to decide between you and 2 other people who you can recruit, who is going to be president, vice president, and treasurer, because every society needs those 3 key roles to run. So you just need 3 of you to basically commit to being committee, and then get going, and then get, I think it's 10 members, and then you're a society. So it's like really, really simple. Yeah, so if you just email activities@lincolnsu.com, I know that Abby will be able to help you out with that. Yeah, let's have a look at some more questions. I'm loving all the questions coming in. This is really good. So is there a limit to how many societies we can join? That question has just run away from me. Or is there a timetable we can look at to make sure we choose ones that don't clash? Holly, do you want to take this?
I don't think there is a limit, and what I say is join as many as you can. Just register your interest in every single sport society that you want to. Follow your academic society for your school. Just join as many as you can. Go to as many taster sessions. Try something new is what I recommend. That was probably the best decision I made, was joining Frisbee, something that I hadn't played before, and now I'm on committee, and it was a very good experience. So just join something new.
Yeah, definitely. Make friends.
Yeah, definitely.
So we're recommending this year, because of COVID, that you don't join more than like 3. So like maybe a sports society and then an academic society, or like 2 sports and a society, or whatever you want to do, just because to keep the bubbles small, because you guys will all then be in bubbles. But yeah, there's in terms of like timetabling, just go to the sports and societies fairs, because they will be able to tell you hopefully sort of when they're going to be training or having sessions. But yeah, like Holly says, get involved with things that you don't usually get involved in, because you will find that this is where all the magic happens, all the new experience happen. So yeah, get involved. And there's a question, and I'm going to ask this to you, Amina, because I know for sure that you know the answer to this question. And if you don't, you're going to really let me down. Yeah, you do, because you asked things like this week. Are there any halal restaurants near or around the uni?
Yes, and guess what? The meat on our lineup, which we forgot to mention earlier, which you can order using the Student Orders app, is halal. How interesting! Yeah. So if you're ordering any meat food from like meat meal from like the lineup, be sure to know that it's halal. And then there are halal shops on the high streets as well, and halal restaurants. So don't worry, we've got you.
That is amazing. Like, how amazing is that? That literally all the food that we could possibly serve in Towers. So I don't know if you guys are aware, but basically, our menu in Towers is called the lineup, and everything that is on that menu, which is quite an extensive menu, it's a wonderful menu. Everything on that menu you can get vegan alternatives for, so you can make any of it vegan, but also any of the meat that you do want to have is just halal. Like, it's totally, I just think that's incredible. Like, sorry, I think that's brilliant. Let's do more questions. I think we've answered most of these questions. Oh, do you by any chance know how to join the student newspaper / magazine, as neither of them are listed as a society? I don't know the answer to that. Amina, do you? No? Holly, do you know?
I think some people who work for it post on like the Overheard Facebook page. So maybe look out for a post where people are asking for article ideas and message that person, is what I'd suggest.
Yeah, that's a good suggestion. Because I know people from like local student newspapers will ask for if anyone's up for joining their newspaper. So that's definitely a good place to look. But yeah, I don't think we have an SU magazine or newspaper either. But if that's something that you're interested in getting involved in, then bring it to us and we can set it up. So you could potentially run the Students' Union newspaper / magazine. So just get in touch. Get in touch with me. I'll sort it out for you. My email is campaigns@lincolnsu.com. Give me something to do this afternoon. Just email me if that's what you want to do, and I'll look into it and see if it's possible. Another question: do you know if the Athletics Society is running properly, being able to train with fewer people, where I can be pointed for contacts? So I would suggest that you talk to the actual society or Abby, who is the Vice President of Activities. So activities@lincolnsu.com, or just contact the Athletics Society, which I've heard really great things about the Athletics Society. I don't know if you know anything about it, Holly, but I've not been a part of it, but it definitely looks really good, and I know people that have. Just contact them on any of their social medias and they should be able to help you out.
Yeah.
I haven't got any more questions coming through. Oh, yes, I have. Is there a baking society?
I think so. I think there is, yeah.
I think there is. There's so many that I think we all lose track.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there is. And I think it was only set up last year or the year before, maybe. It's quite new.
Yeah, I think it is, yeah.
But yeah, how fun, especially when Bake Off's on right now.
Yeah.
Have you been watching that? Oh my God. So
Yeah.
good. So good. Will we get more info about all societies in the society's sports fairs that isn't currently on the website? Yes, because you're able to live chat them. So I would say just go on the fairs and then live chat any information you actually, I don't know why I'm doing the typing movement, but talk to them and they should be able to give you all the info that you need. And if you don't get it from there, again, email Abby, activities@lincolnsu.com, because she's a whiz and she will get back to you. She is the queen of all things knowledge related for sports and societies, but there should be, most of the info will be on the website and then on the fairs. But if not, get in touch with them. We don't have any more questions. I don't think. So Holly, you are part of Frisbee. Are you part of anything else?
I helped set up the academic society for the School of Sport and Exercise Science, so I'll probably join that this year. I was on committee for it last year, but with me being president for Frisbee and school rep, I just have a lot on, so decided not to be on committee for the academic society, but I'll probably join as a member. So yeah.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I was part of Dance Society for all 3 years, and then I started my society, which isn't my society anymore, but I started it in second year, which is Wildlife Conservation Society, and then I got involved with the Campaigns Network as well, which I'm now the chair of, which is exciting. But for those of you that don't know what that is, the Campaigns Network is just a place where all 5 of your liberation officers sit. So you've got disabilities officer, BAME officer, LGBT officer, women's officer, and environmental officer, and they basically represent you guys and run campaigns for all of those areas, and they're really, really amazing. This year's Campaigns Network is on fire, and I'm so proud of it already, and it's only October. We haven't even fully started term yet. Well, kind of today, but I mean, they're on fire. So if you guys are interested in anything like women's campaigning or environmental activism or literally anything campaigns wise, then definitely get in contact with me or the campaigns fair, which I think is Wednesday, some point this week. I think it's Wednesday. But find out about that. We've got one question. Do we have any ideas when traditional freshers events will be back, or is it all COVID dependent? We will basically do whatever we are allowed to do. So as soon as we are allowed to do things like the more traditional, like nights out and things like that, then obviously we will get straight back to it. But we can't at the moment. But we're just waiting for Boris to tell us we're allowed, essentially. But I think we're all looking forward to getting back to Quack, to be honest. I know Amina is ready to boogie. This is my best. Looked a bit Chandler Bing, that, didn't it, actually?
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. Everyone would wish, we all wish we could do things the traditional way, but we can't do that because we need to like make sure everyone is safe, and student safety is also our priority now. So yeah.
Amazing. We don't have any more questions, so I'll probably leave it there for today. But you guys, anyone that's watching, you are more than welcome to email any of us student leaders. All of our contact details are on the website, lincolnsu.com, which is the Bible of all things Lincoln SU. So whatever you need to find out, lincolnsu.com is your first port of call. But please get in contact with us in any way, and we can help support you guys, represent you, signpost you, and set up newspapers. Literally anything. So yeah, just get in contact if you have any questions. But yeah, thank you very much for joining us, and I think we'll leave it there. Thank you, Holly, for joining us, and Amina, and we will see you guys hopefully soon.